world where humidity is the villain, one goal must fight the frizz or perish.
They say that beauty is pain. I say that beauty is confusing instructions, questionable science, and 5 different products all claiming that they do the same thing. Some people try to practice the force, whereas I try to avoid microwaving my split ends for my inner peace. The economy is in shambles, but I'll always be able to find $5.99 to buy heat protectant spray, even if I have to fight a chicken jockey for it. So if you're MTF trying to figure out what the heck to do with all of that hair growing out of your head, I'll help you. Because nobody tells us the basics, right? Like, how often should I wash it? What is heat protectant? And most importantly, why does the word shampoo sound like the name you would give to one of your Sims' babies? So let's start at the very beginning, a very good place to rinse. So I wash my hair every day, which isn't advisable, but hey ho, I'm a YouTuber, not a supermodel. I aim to use sulfate-free and or silicone-free shampoo because apparently sulfates and silicone are the devil.
I'm crying in the water like a tumbler post. My scalp's got frostbite, but it sparkles the most. I grimace in the steam while the sadness rebounds. Then I crank the tap colder and let it all drown.
Okay, well, these are the holy trinity: heat protectant spray, anti-frizz serum, and mousse. Heat protectant spray. This is your shield. Your magical barrier between your luscious locks and the flaming swords of styling tools. No spray? Well, your hair is probably gonna get charred. And that is a heat crime. Anti-frizz serum. You don't fight frizz. You negotiate with it. This is like a peace offering. You apply it sparingly. Like texting an ex. 1 pump says, let's talk. 2 pump says, I've grown. 3 pumps? Girl, now you're just trauma bonding with your split ends. And in a world where your hair lays flat and your gender questioned, mousse is like your hair's oat milk iced vanilla latte. Overpriced, unnecessary, and yet suddenly your hair becomes alive. It's like that one line in that My Chemical Romance lyric that makes your hair spike and your gender euphoria peak at the same time. This is a wide tooth comb. This is betrayal. Don't brush wet hair. Seriously. It's vulnerable, it's dramatic. Like me after watching a Studio Ghibli film. Use a comb like this, be slow, be gentle. And if you have mummy or daddy issues, it's like trust. Don't pull too hard, or else it will break. First things first, after a shower, make sure your hair is damp, not drenched. I'm talking about that perfect middle ground, where it's not dripping, but it's damp enough to apply product. Now, before we grab the hairdryer, there is one crucial step that I cannot miss out on, and that is hair protectant spray. You wouldn't walk out into a storm without an umbrella. Well, think of this like the umbrella for your hair against the heat. Spray it all over your hair generously, especially on the mid-lengths and ends, where the damage happens most. Now, this isn't some miracle spray. It actually creates a protective layer for your hair, and it shields your hair against the damage from hot tools. It keeps your strands healthy while you're turning up the heat. Now, personally, I like to get a wide tooth comb and just brush it through so I have a little bit more coverage. I don't know if that's recommended, I don't know if that's what you're meant to do, but that's what I do. Slow and gentle. Slow and gentle. Now, let's tackle frizz. You don't need to be scared of it, you just gotta keep it in check. Here is where anti-frizz serum comes in. This is the one that I'm using, and it's like a calming blanket for my hair. A little goes a long way. So apply it to your ends first, because that's where the frizz likes to hide. Now I should note that I have quite a layered haircut, so it's really hard to tackle just the ends. And definitely don't forget the ends at the back of your head. Frizz doesn't stand a chance. Your hair will be shiny and soft and frizz-free, ready for their moment to shine. Right, next up is mousse, your volume hero. Without it, your hair might fall flat, and nobody wants that, right? Mousse is essential if you're looking for that bouncy, lived-in look. You don't need much. Golf ball size is perfect. You want to get it on your fingers and work it through your roots. Imagine that you're a mountain climber pushing up from the base. You want your roots to have that elevated, sturdy base to hold up the rest of your hair. Now once that's in, it is time for blow drying. So grab your hairdryer. I like starting with a medium heat. You don't want to cook your hair, but you also don't want to wait around forever. Hold your blow dryer about 6 to 8 inches from your hair. Too close, it's an oven. Too far, and it's like watching paint dry. You want a nice even flow of air, and for the love of all things hair related, point the nozzle down the hair shaft. After you've dried your hair about 90%, grab a rounded hairbrush to smooth it out if you want that more natural finish. Switch your hairdryer to cool and run it all over your hair to lock everything in place. This helps seal the cuticle and helps add that nice shiny finish. The cool air also helps reduce frizz and gives your hair a smooth silk texture. You'll get that perfect soft bounce without the frizz coming back for a visit. And that's it. You now have the perfect blowout. You have volume where it counts and frizz on lockdown. And no mousse mess in sight. You are now ready to strut out the door like the world is your runway. But hey, if you want to add a little extra henna magic, here's the secret. Volumizing hair powder. Just a little sprinkle at the roots. Voila! You've got instant lift and bounce that will make heads turn. Hair isn't about looking perfect. It's not about fitting into some box or following a trend. It is about reclaiming something that was yours all along and letting it shine. That is queer joy. That is the magic of transition. And when in doubt, let your hair speak for itself. Unless it starts telling your secrets, and then maybe book a trim.